Hey loves, I'm feeling so called just to share this message of speak your truth. You need it, your people need it, your soul fam needs it, your soul clients need it, the planet needs it. It's so important for us to stand up and shine our light and speak our truth and to not worry about the people who aren't our people, from the old versions of ourselves and being afraid that they won't come with us, or that they won't understand, or that they'll reject us or say bad things or become haters or whatever. Like, to clear, release, and let go of your intentions on them. And I'm going to do some downloads for this so that we can heal from like these fears, so you can continue to step up as the brighter, more authentic, more loving, more powerful, more expressive, more impactful version of yourself, because the world needs it so much. And I highly recommend, if you haven't checked out the environmental activist Greta, I don't want to screw up her last name, anyway, but I've shared in my timeline a video of her speaking about the climate crisis that we're in, and that originally it was like 11 years, hopefully, that we could like turn this ship around before we get to the tipping point. And then with an updated like level of how we're currently not paying attention to our carbon dioxide budget, it's seeming more like 8. So I'm like, holy fucking shit. Like, she is such a powerful truth teller. She's not afraid of the backlash of politicians and journalists and big oil money coming after her saying things. And that's been a big thing personally on my journey, where I was like, I don't want to piss off really powerful, influential people. It's been scary to speak my truth because I've had these fears lingering in the background. And I honor her so much for being a truth teller, for shining her light, and for stepping up, and for being very honest about what the human condition is going through right now, and that we're currently focusing time and energy and resources on things that continue to have very negative, harmful effects on our own personal health of humanity, and also the planet that we live on, and we only have one planet to live on. So I am just like so like grateful for her. I'm in awe of her ability to truth tell at such a young age, and it's been like a huge permission slip for me to like keep standing up. Like, she's a child and doing things that adults should be doing and acting on, instead of political leaders and people in power calling her and the people who are doing that work like alarmists and stuff like that. So I'm going to do downloads so that all the people who are watching and will watch this later will get a little upgrade in their ability to truth tell, to speak their truth, to shine their light, and focus your energy and attention on why your soul came into this earth, to do awesome things, to expand the positive, loving impact on this world. And so many of the people on my friends list and followers are light workers, are healers, are people who deeply desire to have incredible impacts on other people in this world. And it's so important for us to shine our light and to share our gifts, and to focus our energy where it matters, on the people that we need to serve, and not on people who might think that the kind of energy that you're doing, or channeling work, or light language, or whatever, is like crazy or weird, or any of those old things. Like, it's beautiful where everyone's at on their journeys, but you need to focus on who your people are and how to show up for them, because you need it. It fills your soul up in a way that is just extraordinary when you can serve your own people in the way that they need it, and then have ripple effects that are just amazing in the world. And throat chakra stuff's coming up, so let's get into some downloads. So do you want to clear, release, and let go of the fear, the worry, trauma and cell trauma around speaking your truth? And if you'd like that, you can say yes. Excuse me. Do you want to know what it looks like and feels like to safely speak your truth without fear, without being worried and in paralysis of the negative consequences or potential or perceived consequences of speaking your truth, and your mission onto this world would create and show you who you are and what your life looks like, knowing that you're divinely watched over, protected, and kept safe? And if you would like that, you can say yes. Do you want to know how you can honor your soul, your light, and your mission in this earth as a 3D human? That you can move forward in inspired action, that you know what that looks like and feels like, and that you can claim and fully own how powerful you are, your mission on this earth, your deep vision for yourself and others. And if you would like that, you can say yes. Do you want to know that it's time, that it's completely safe on all levels, and that you're able to be a truth teller in the way that you fully desire to express yourself? That you know that you're worthy and deserving of this now, that it's your birthright to speak your truth, and that you know what it looks like and feels like in your relationships, in your family, in your community, in your career, to show up as this version of yourself, that it's safe in doing so, and that you can even more deeply connect with your soul and your divine timing to deeply express and transform your life and others' lives. And if you'd like that, you can say yes. Do you want to clear any and all weight, heaviness, burden, pressure, and responsibility of your big soul mission on this earth, of the stresses that you currently have in your life, of the inability of fully seeing the how of how all of this is going to play out, that you can clearly let go of those now? And if you'd like that, you can say yes. And do you want to know who you are and what your life looks like when you are showing up as your true authentic self in your life, in your career, in your messaging to your people? That you know that you can take a stand for yourself, for this planet, for your children, for all of this energy inside of you that deeply desires to have a place to pour through you, that you can show up to serve in the way that you're called to. And if you would like that, you can say yes. And do you want to know how you can do this with co-collaborators, with dream teams, with your spirit guides, with God, creator, source energy, the universe, with all of the support and resources that you will need, that you can feel infinitely resourced, that you understand that you are part of this oneness energy, and that you are deeply connected and supported by it? And if you'd like that, you can say yes. Do you want to know how to have harmony and balance within yourself and within your lifestyle, so that you can serve from an overflowing cup, so that you can show up as the leader that you're meant to, embodying your values and embodying love? And if you'd like that, you can say yes. And you want to know that it's completely safe on all levels to trust your intuition, that gut feeling, those inspired action steps, especially when they are huge leaps, when they are transforming action steps and massive action in your life, so that you can feel safe in taking it, knowing that it's coming from this supported, deep alignment place within yourself. And of course, things will work out, and that you can clearly release and let go of the old fears or judgments that your family or friends or current sphere of people has on this big audacious goal that you have for yourself and for others. And if you would like that, you can say yes. And then we can integrate all of those changes. I can offer you general healing for any other area of your body or life that's ready to be healed right now. And fill you up with unconditional love, compassion, peace, presence, abundance, prosperity, and alignment. And if you'd like that, you can say yes. And you can take some deep cleansing breaths. You guys can let me know in the chat how that feels for you. Definitely drink water. We just cleared a lot of things out. And it's so important to be hydrated for any and all energy healings. And Lexi says, hey girl, hey, yes, awesome. Hope you're having a wonderful day. And a piece that was consciously coming through for this is, even though you might have like this huge, big, audacious goal and big vision for the world and for your people and your life and the planet, it doesn't mean that it all has to happen in one day. Like, you don't have to get so overwhelmed by all the downloads and energies or ideas that are coming through you that you don't serve yourself first. If you're not in good health and vitality and you don't have the energy to give, you can't pour from an empty cup. It's so important for you to serve yourself first and take care of your self-care and love your body and nourish yourself so you can pour from your overflow into other people. So that was like an important piece. And that used to be a big thing personally that I struggled with. In the current paradigm that we have around society and overachieving and success and making tons of money, I was in that like hyper masculine energy of overachieving and getting all the scholarships in university and getting out of university debt free and then climbing the corporate ladder and getting lots of money and saving lots of money there. Like, it was burning me out, being in the do, be productive energy. And I was like such a workaholic and an incredible like overgiver, people pleaser. And that energy was coming from a place where I wasn't full myself. I was giving what I didn't fully have. So I was doing a lot of self-sacrifice, and it was having a toll on my body, and I was exhausted, and I was not in a happy state at all. So those aren't the energies to be in. Even in like the first year of my business, I really took on the belief system that entrepreneurship, you have to like work hard like no one wants to, so you can like live how no one gets to like later in life. Like, I really pushed and hustled really hard in my first year of business, and would work during weekends and would work in the evenings, and had very little boundaries in the time and energy that I just ended in my work and impact in the world and serving my clients. I would overgive in a lot of different areas. So especially as light workers, it's important for us to create these boundaries and these containers for our clients and for ourselves, so you can show up in embodiment of serving yourself first, so you can serve from an overflow. Because we've had lots and lots of experience in the old paradigm of things, and it's not serving the people who are burning out and getting disease within our bodies, and we're really harming the planet. It's so important for us to really nourish ourselves first and then serve from that overflow. So that is so important. The like divine feminine is so supportive, and it can be like scary to play with. I know that when that first came up for me, I was like, I have to let go of control and surrender more and have faith and trust, but it works so well together, and marrying those and having the harmony of that has gotten me way further in my business faster, and it feels so much better to be operating from that balance. And I still am like a work in progress. There's things where even last week I discovered that I was scared of I've discovered through like sessions with other people that a fear of me really expanding my impact in the world and stepping into like the billionaire version of myself, who as a billionaire, I'd be able to be like, yeah, here's $1 billion to just support green initiative, to end our reliance on fossil fuels, to serve the Amazon right now, to serve all these areas. And it was a very interesting thing to start owning that within the communities that I'm a part of, where there's light workers, and be like, yeah, like the billionaire version of myself is like, what the fuck? Like, we could just if we stepped into the full power and influence that we could do here, and more light workers owned the energy and the healing power of love and all of our gifts, we could completely change this world. And the belief system that I had, that I was discovering through the beautiful support of other light workers who are in my communities, are that I was nervous to fully step into that structure and be even more deeply supported by my masculine energy, because that next level of it felt scary. It felt like I might have to do more to get these things done, instead of just honoring that going into my masculine a little bit deeper won't necessarily cause burnout, that I can still support myself with my self-care rituals, with adequate sleep and good nutrition and exercise and all the things that I have ingrained into my life, and that I can continue to really strongly hold that container while expanding my impact and my reach and scalability to support so many more people. So I encourage you to be so mindful of your energy levels as you're serving, because if you're giving from like a depleted area, that's just going to like continue that old paradigm of run down, exhausted, stressed out people trying to do little bits and pieces versus really grounded, healthy containers of our human vessels serving in deeper ways. So like yesterday, I was very aware that like I could do 1,000,002 things, but Friday night, like when I finished work, I was like, this is it, I'm done work, this was awesome, and I had a really busy full week, and I was like, yeah, those end. And yesterday was so good to just be like, I have so much space. It just felt so spacious to be like, this weekend I just have so much space. Like I had a massage like 2 hours ago, and yesterday I just went to the gym and nourished my body and chilled and had friends and family time, and it was so rejuvenating, and that is needed. That is just as important as us also doing the work to like save the world and making the world a better place and being that change that we want to see in the world. And that change starts within ourselves. So we have to show up as loving, full, vital humans to have even greater impacts on the world. And I'm not saying that you have to be perfect. Like I'm fully a work in progress while I'm a masterpiece. It's so important for us to honor both and to have those harmonies within our lives. So I'm sending you guys so much love, and I hope that you have a wonderful weekend.